Namaskar. I am Dr. Sonali Naik. Today we are going to read the 17th chapter from Gajanan Vijay Granth. Before that, let us do a meditation. Sit quietly. Take a deep breath. Concentrate your attention on the Agya Chakra between your two eyebrows. See in your mind's eye that you are sitting at a very peaceful place. It is on the seashore. You can hear the beautiful sounds of the waves. A cool breeze is blowing. You're very happy, very peaceful. You're meditating upon Lord Rama. Lord Rama is standing in front of you. Seeing him, you are full of peace and happiness. You bow to him. He blesses you with health, wealth, and prosperity. The protective cover of his blessings stays with you all throughout your life. Within this protective cover, you are forever healthy, forever happy, forever guided, forever loved, forever prospered. Because of this, your life is full of sweetness, enthusiasm, and happiness. Give thanks. Slowly open your eyes. Jai Gajanan. Shri Ganeshaya Nama. Jai to you, the most auspicious one. Jai to the protector of the devotees. Jai to God, blue as a tamal leaf, and the savior of the downtrodden. You killed Hiranyakashipu, enemy of good people, by emerging out of a pillar to protect Prahlad. You had then a peerless form, with fierce teeth and a violent jaw, mane flowing out on the neck, and eyes red aglow, looking as if it was burning the earth below, and the entire universe was alight with his ferocious exterior. But devotees were not scared. They were like cubs playing in the lap of tiger. Looking at you, even Goddess Lakshmi did not dare to be in your vicinity, though the devotees could touch your feet. O Lakshmi Kant, loving your devotees, you fulfill their needs, never saying no to them. The writer bows down to you to make him fearless. Many devotees of the saint stayed in Akola town, whom he visited frequently on his own. They were Bapu Krishna of Chapadgaon, Kashinath, Jijibai Pandit, Bachulal, son of Gondulal, and many others of the vicinity. Once they were staying at Khatau Mills. Vishnu Sa of Malkapur wanted to bring the saint to his city. He requested Bhaskar to arrange for this trip. This was the same Bhaskar of Adgaon who attained Nirvana. He used to look after the saint's comforts and needs. Vishnu Sa depended on Bhaskar for the saint's blessing. Bhaskar requested Maharaj to visit Malkapur as Vishnu Sa had invited him on this tour. The saint said, "Don't force me. I don't want to go. You will regret it if you insist. If a rope is stretched too much, it breaks. I don't desire to get away from this place. So do not bother me for God's sake." Bhaskar replied, "Whatever you say, please visit Malkapur for Vishnu Sa's sake. I, your most humble devotee, have promised him that you will be in his home. Your refusal is shocking to me. Please honor my promise. Let us go to Malkapur." A persistent Bhaskar brought Sri Gajanan to the Akola railway station. On Bhaskar's request, the station master got a compartment vacated for Sri Gajanan Maharaj, who did not say anything or move at all. He was quiet till the departure of the train. When the bell rang for the train to start, unnoticed he moved on and entered the ladies' compartment. The sight of a naked saint scared the women. They immediately informed the policemen, who came to drag him out of the compartment. They said, "Oh, you nude, have you no sense? How did you enter the ladies' compartment?" With a jerk, the saint spread his hand without fear, and continued to sit there in spite of the officers. They now brought the station master in the picture. When he saw the saint sitting here, he requested the police to let him be there, as he was a great saint, unlikely to commit any offense. The police officer said he had sent a telegram to the higher ups. There was nothing more in his hands, so he will do whatever he thinks. The station master took off his hat as a mark of respect and requested the saint to come out of the apartment. He did it to respect the law. A case was lodged against Maharaj, which came for hearing in the court of Sri Jathar. He fixed the hearing at Shigao and stayed at the rest house while the case was on. Venkatrao Desai of Akola was there too. He had some work to be attended to. Hearing of the announcement of the case, a lot of people had gathered at the place. Desai then asked Jathar what was the case about and why it had attracted such a crowd. Jathar was surprised at Desai's ignorance and said that the case was against Sri Gajanan for moving bare-bodied in the community. Desai folded his hands and said to the authority, "This is an improper case. Sri Gajanan is a great saint, an incarnation of God, a divine person, a holy man with no material intentions. He is a yogi with no bondage at all, a yogi of yogis respected by all. The police have erred in prosecuting the saint. Please withdraw the case and correct the mistake." Jathar replied that the police should have been discreet, but now under the law his hands are tied. He then ordered his clerk to get the saint. To bring him there, a police officer was sent. The police officer asked him to go as stated and threatened to take him forcibly if he resisted. Maharaj refused to budge an inch and asked the officer to try and take him by his might. Maharaj, with his hand caught the hand of the constable and caught it so tight that his blood flow was hindered. The constable was uncomfortable with pain. Since he did not return in time, Venkatrao Desai was sent. Jathar asked the crowd to disperse and not stand around. When Desai reached the site, he heard of the constable's plight and he asked the devotees to clothe Maharaj. They did, but he threw away the lot. He went bare to the court where he was offered a seat. Sri Jathar said, "It is improper to go naked on the street. It is against the law. I request you not to go bare and uncovered." Sri Maharaj replied, "How are you concerned? Now fill up my pipe and don't be bothered." Hearing this, Sri Jathar melted down and realized that saint was different from the mundane crowd. He compared the saint to Vrishabdev of Bhagavati, Sri Shankaracharya, and called him an incarnation of Vamdevji. He saw the saint's blissful attitude and realized his state of sainthood. Sri Jathar then thought a moment and decided not to charge him with any offense. Fire cannot be void of fairy element. It needs restriction as down in a store. It may otherwise burn the house. It can stand to no blame in such a place. Likewise, is the bareness of the saint. His disciples are guilty of mistake, guilty of not draping him in a sheath of clothes. Sri Jathar ordered that basically the saint is a liberated soul. His proper upkeep was Bhaskar's role. He neglected his duty and was fined ₹5 as penalty. Maharaj, on hearing the order, asked Bhaskar to desist from doing things against his will in the future. Devotees decided to avoid train journey for the saint and arranged to get a bullock cart for him instead. Once he came to Akola at Bapurao's place. A Muslim saint, Mehtab Shah of Kurum, was keen on meeting the saint. He stayed at Kurum in Murtizapur Taluka and had requested Bapurao to call him during the saint's next visit. Bapurao sent a messenger to get Mehtab Shah. At this time, he had already started for the Akola station. The messenger met him on the way. Mehtab asked him to get in the cart on the road. Look how a saint knows the mind of other saints. They indeed are omnipotent. With him, Mehtab Shah had a few devotees. They all shared Bapurao's facilities. Sri Gajanan came to Mehtab's room next morning. Pulling his hair, he gave Mehtab a good beating. This was to make him understand that roughness of people of his religion was a hindrance in his self-realization. Maharaj wanted Mehtab Shah to stay away from Malaysia to justify his name in life. Maharaj, by thrashing him, hinted that he wasn't free from it. Saints understand each other's minds. Mehtab was happy to get us hint. When Mehtab was getting the beating, his devotees got agitated. Mehtab Shah asked them to keep quiet and go back to Kurum in their interest. Except Sheikh Kadu, all others left. Said Bachulal invited the saint for the meals next day. On reaching his place, Maharaj did not descend from the buggy and asked the driver to take it back. Everyone was surprised at this action, as he had already accepted the invitation. Someone suggested that it may be because Mehta was not invited, so they went and invited Mehta. They arrived in the same buggy to Bachulal's house. The saint shifted from the temple to the theatre to be with Mehtab, who stayed there. After the meals, Mehtab Shah told his disciples to get him a ticket to Punjab as he desired to go there. Sheikh Kadu said, the mosque at Kurum is half built. You may go when the construction is complete. Mehtab Shah's reply was unique. Mehtab said, I got orders from Maharaj for going back to Punjab. I have thus to proceed. The construction of the mosque will be completed with the grace of Sri Gajanan. Saints do not believe in difference of religion. To them all are equal. Any extra importance to mosque and religion will harm you, your persistence. Temples and mosques are built of the same material. To fight for different shapes is unreasonable. Do you mean to say that Muslims belong to God and the Hindus are phantoms? Think wisely in the interest of humanity. Both religions are created by the same divinity. One should love his own religion, but also respect another's religious convictions. Peace and harmony will recede if you do not think this way. Now you will go back to Punjab. The mosque will be built by Gajanan Maharaj. Mehtab Shah went away, never to return. Both Hindus and Muslims should respect his work. Though the saint thrashed Mehtab Shah, there was love in his heart. Maharaj didn't take his meals without Mehtab, a clear indication that there was no malice at all. At Bapurau's place, his wife suffered a cure spell. It was Banamati, a strange happening as they seemed to be. At one moment she'll get kunku on her forehead, at the next a rope around her neck. At times her clothes would glow with fire, and dark scars on her back would appear. Her clothes spread for drying would catch fire. Her health was failing with such mysterious and bewildering happenings. She lost her taste for food, resulting in her becoming very weak. Bapurao spent a lot to cure the ill. With no results, at last he surrendered to Maharaj. He addressed the saint with folded hands. Maharaj, my wife is suffering from Bhanamati. I have tried my best to cure her from this malady. My efforts have failed miserably. How can Bhanamati enter where you are present? How can a fox come and howl in a lion's den? How can a stench exist where musk prevails? Hearing this, Maharaj glanced at Bapu's wife, and the illness vanished the next moment from her life. Once in his wanderings, Maharaj reached Akor to meet Narsingji, his brother, saying there was a well near the monastery. Maharaj sat on the parapet with his legs hanging inside loosely. He was constantly looking inside. People watching him looked surprised. Narsingji asked him the reason for this. To this, the saint replied, I see Godavari, Bhagirathi, and Yamuna in the well. I want to find out which others dwell. Do you get their waters for bath every day? Why should I be denied the pleasure anyway? These rivers must come out and give me a bath today, or else I am not leaving this place. Think as you may. People who heard him thought he was crazy, or the possibility was hazy, but the well water gushed out in a moment. Like a fountain, it poured down on the saint. He called upon the people to join the bath in the holy waters of Ganga, Yamuna, and Godavari, and in many others rivers all across. Believers joined him in enjoying the shower. The fountain then subsided to the water's original level. Saint returned to Shegao after meeting Narsingji Maharaj. May this retreat bring happiness to the devotee.